Good morning, and good morning to each and every one of you guys. I notice all of the shareholder gunslingers are out this morning, slinging comments left and right. Very interesting lineup, I must say. Anyhow, we want to be counted in the top three. Well, good morning to you all. And just to let you know why we started a little late. First of all, we had some scattered showers of blessings, of course. And then we also had some issues with signal strengths in this general area where I am. My walk today was supposed to continue with you from Martins Bay down to Glenburnie. However, there are some flat spots in here. I mean complete blackout spots. Just below the hills as we're making our way along the coastline. We are just to the north of Martins Bay. You will probably know that rock or seen a glimpse of that rock. We're still a little ways down, but below this ridge here, we are getting absolutely no signal as we work our way through this path. I've been right up. There is some signal strength the other side by Martins Bay, but I really want to do the northern area, so we'll come back another time and do from Martins Bay to where we black out. However, there is a blackout point where we'll be going, so hopefully it will get us through. If not, I will join it and start it back up later on. But just stick with me please this morning. If we have any technical issues, we will get over them. We just need a little time to sort it out. As I said, we do have a couple of black points, but I want you to see what out here looks like, because this is an area you will probably not see. This is a lot more hiking than the Martins Bay, through to Congo Bay, and then over to Bath, I would say for sure. A lot more trekking in this area, especially when it's wet, because there's a lot of slippage going on. Lots of clay and stuff over the side here. You know, I think it's a perfect place to start our morning prayer. So if everybody will get ready for that. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Well, good morning to you guys. And it was a trek, so I did a lot of slippage. I tried doing it on the beach, walking along the rock area, but that is extremely difficult to do because the rocks down there are terribly uneven and moving all around and shifting. So I'm going to keep it safe. I'm going to be up on the upper edge here. Lots and lots of erosion since I came out here last time. Admittedly, I've not been out here maybe for about 15 years on this section here. So this is something I've not done recently. Not really 15, actually maybe about 10 years. So this area has changed a lot. I remember, I will show you later on, but I will give you an indication of where the land was when I was here last time and where it is now, so you can get an understanding of what's happening on this coastline. You know, as I said before, good morning to all of you all. We're going to start our walk from here. Hopefully everything is going to run smoothly. As I said, be understanding if we start to go into blackout area, because that's the only way you can sort of like get through here. It gets very low in signal strength, and then in some areas it peaks, but as we go on the ridge, it definitely is a problem. Had to do a lot of forward limbo this morning. Have the umbrella sticking up 2 feet above my head, so as you can appreciate, I got stuck up a couple of times. It was quite interesting this morning. Didn't need to say the serenity prayer, but it definitely was there in case I needed it, of course. Beautiful, beautiful terrain. Welcome to a beautiful Monday. Thank you to everyone that's making kind donations. You know, it really goes a long way to helping to maintain and sustain the EMC going on. And as I said before, it's our project. So thank you very much for being a part of it. Beautiful groves of coconut trees down here. Absolutely stunning, tall ones. As you see, there are no coconuts on them, so I would assume that these are harvested quite often. And as you see, there are no dry leaves around the top either, and therefore I mean they're trimmed so they can grow properly and give some good coconuts. So I'm not sure who actually cares this area or who gets the coconuts from here, but they're doing an amazing job. Sea grapes everywhere. I can't remember seeing any manchinos when I was working my way in this direction, so I don't think there are any here, but just to show you how beautiful this coastline is. The furthest point you can see just beyond that hill, that's where we walked from before. That's when we did our walk from just below Congo Bay into Martins Bay. That'll give you where the bearing is, and this is the Lather Rock area, or just around here is Lather Rock, so just around the corner itself. So you'll get a bearing of where we are, and the part that disappears just behind the hill, well, that is Martins Bay. But that is a blackout area for sure, because the cell tower is on the ridge between, just above Congo Bay actually, so as you get underneath the direct ridge itself, we have a blackout area. So, but look at this beautiful scenery. As you can see, there's very little sargassum in this immediate area. Rocks are stunning, water is clear, just beautiful. Got a few rain clouds and things in the distance. May see little showers of blessing if we do. that may affect us because I had a Heidi gimbal which is not waterproof obviously. But as I said, it's a little more treky in this area. I would think, looks to me as though the Bath to Martins Bay is a much better traveled route than this one. This one is also well traveled but doesn't look quite as well cut through everything. But in a few minutes you'll see how close to the cliff it actually gets. But just look at this beauty. All I'm going to do is I'm going to find a good spot here and do a 360 so you can get an appreciation for the sounds and the feels. I can tell you the sea spray is absolutely lovely this morning. I feel it all over my body. It's giving me a nice moisturizing feeling. It's just beautiful out here. So let's do that 360 for you and let's start from here. I can see many family members on here this morning. A very good count at the moment. Looking at 72 that are online viewing. As I said before, the numbers are not the most important thing. The most important thing is that we gather and we spend some time on a morning together, because this is beautiful places to be. For me, this is the way I like to wake up in the morning. Be in a peaceful area with all of my friends. I will tell you, Sundays are a difficult day for me. I actually went out yesterday and did a little footage, but that will be kept for a day that we cannot make it out if weather conditions don't permit. And I will tell you no more about that right now, but we do have something that we will not be able to do on our day breaks because of its seclusion and how far out it is. Very secluded area. It was beautiful down here. I'm going to do some forward limbo here, so if I get stuck up, you see me go backwards, you understand I didn't quite make it. Did that fairly good. Well. Just look at why I wanted to bring you out here. So hopefully you're getting this here. Hopefully I'm seeing everyone still on board, so I don't think we've lost the signal. But just look at these beautiful rocks in this area. Now, believe it or not, the railway track used to run under this ridge here. I'm not too sure how far out, because I would imagine all of the area where the original track has gone because of the amount of erosion that was here. But it used to run along this front area here, this cliff. As I said, there's massive erosion out here as well over the last 10 years for sure. Not being here for that long, I see it immediately. As if I'd been here all the time, occasionally or a lot more often, but I wouldn't notice it as much as I'm noticing it right now. You're going to be taking a little bit of a slower going this morning, because there's some areas that are very slippery, and some areas they actually have to pretty much climb up. But I want to show you everything out here. This is an area you will probably not see unless you're a rail hiker. I would like to encourage those that can hike and that like hiking to get a group together when you come down. Give me a shout. Let's do some walking for sure. Love to do this walk with a group of people. Alright, we're going to do a little climbing up here. So nice to be able to have one hand free with this gimbal. My goodness. It's just perfect out here. Beautiful. There are some homes that run pretty close to here. We're just below an area called St. Margaret's, and we're working our way down to Glenburnie, as I mentioned before. Just beautiful scenery. I haven't used the word for a long time, and I see Kieran use it quite often for me, but it's fantastic out here today. Breeze is fresh, it's peaceful, there's no one in sight. It's just lovely. Not hearing any whistling frogs and stuff as you would hear inland. Hearing some crickets for sure though. That's the non-stop high pitch that you're hearing. And let's climb up this embankment. Come on, 4x4s, do not fail me now. Just lovely terrain. I'm going to keep looking back for you. I like to walk with the sun in my back, and today is beautifully filtered with the natural clouds and stuff. Isn't that stunning? It's so breathtaking, it has me panting. It's not that I'm unfit, please. Yes, it's absolutely stunning. I had to make a wild dash coming up here. I did leave home about 10 minutes late this morning. As you know, we have that curfew on. That's from 5 o'clock. Well, it stops at 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. And I was actually doing some stuff at home, didn't realize the time. Then I had to make a dash over. Not a dangerous dash, just a little quicker than I would have come if I was peacefully driving over. I'm going to take you down the beach now. I'm not too au fait with the actual makeup of the stone that I'm going to show you. So if anybody knows, I would certainly welcome the information put in here so the rest of your family can know. Looks like a slate to me, but I'm not too sure. Beautiful tracks out here, but as I said, you do get a lot of flat spots in the hills. Those that have challenges in walking or just difficulty in getting outside at the moment, please sit back, relax, sip your coffee or whatever, eat some coconut bread or have some currant slices and enjoy. A few of the Whistling Frog Choir have come out to join us, as you can hear in this section. Let me stop there for you for a second. Those of you that love the sounds, that's some for you there. Just a couple of little vantage points out here. You can have a look out and see what it looks like. Just beautiful scenery. Look at down below to the north. Woo. Goodness. Isn't that just stunning, people? I'll tell you, we are so blessed. The rain was pouring when it was about 5 minutes away from here. It has stopped at the moment, but it does look as though it could possibly threaten later on. Any of the lookout points here going on between here and Glenburnie, I'm going to show you. As I said, don't get worried if we lose signal. Usually the Facebook will continue to record, and if not, I will restart it if we get on the other side. Not if we get, when we get the other side. Alright, it's that 2x2s will be good for out here. Do not wear 2x2s out here if it's raining. Make sure you have on good hikers or you're going to go down for sure. You will introduce Panzer to Flora. No question about that. And in case you're not too familiar with that, you'll pop your butt. Alright, this is section I went down to the beach, and this is I went down earlier on checking for signal strength, so I can't go down too far. I'm not even sure if I can take a risk to get to see the slate from here, because you do start to lose the signal completely. So let's keep it on the safe side. I'll come back and take a picture of it another time, and you can share the information with everyone. Alright, we're going into an area that signal was very low coming this way when I was testing it. So just hang in there, hopefully we'll get through. But we start to get a little bit deeper into the bushes here, and we get definitely below the cliff. Now the recording should be good, because when you download from Facebook on the recording, generally it's a lot better than the live broadcast itself. That's if you're in a shady area, of course. Otherwise that's pretty much the same. You can see the paths over here are travelled, but don't seem to be as well travelled as the section between Bath and Martins Bay for sure. We should be back out to the dead spot soon, hopefully. Hopefully the signal is clear, guys, and you're able to watch this here and enjoy it with me. Now when I was down here last time, I've been down Glenburnie maybe up to a year ago, but I've not done this hike because I always travel to these areas with my Angel, because she loves the far out spots, and I love showing off the island to her because it's her home. You can see the kind of denseness of the growth under these hills here. Just lovely, lots of almond. Just beautiful, beautiful scenery. Stunning scenery out here. This Barbados is its raw best. Doesn't get much better than this. I'm not out of breath, people. Trust me, it's a challenge not talking. But I just want you all to enjoy it and listen to the sounds of this powerful surf hitting these rocks. So I'm going to go back quiet again for you. Alright, we're going to lose the sea for a few minutes. I know some of the islands, neighboring islands, make baskets and stuff out of these leaves here. I think it's called kupwa or something. I'm not too sure the pronunciation for it. They do have little serrated edges on them. And I am walking about bareback, but body tough like old leather now. So I don't get the kind of scrapes and stuff that I used to when I was a little fella. Yeah, but I'll just show you the serration on the edges. These are what I'm walking through, so as I said, I haven't got any cuts, but I wouldn't recommend that you come down here and walk through these here unless you've got tough skin like me. So we don't want any problems, we don't want any cuts and stuff. I know the mountain goat had a few little slices on his legs and stuff. I didn't get any of them, or I should say didn't feel them. Okay, so accustomed to walking through grass and stuff now, it's not a problem. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. Let me go down here and give you this view. This looks too beautiful not to take in. Now I know last time I walked here, I walked on the lower edge coming up. So I know they've had tremendous amounts of slippage and stuff. But isn't this just stunning? For those of you that have never seen out here before, this must be a real surprise for you this morning. Just gorgeous, but look at the slippage. You see there's no coral or very little coral in this cliff here. As you can see, there's a coral mass right on the point of it there as it starts to go into the water, and that will be safe. But if you get a lot more erosion and stuff, all the weaker matter will get washed out. That's basically how Barbados was formed. I mean, I guess you all would know that already, but still want to drop my little 1 cent in. Can't call it 2 cents, it's not that valuable. It's beautiful this morning. Let me tell you, I am blessed beyond words. I didn't know where I was going to come this morning. Up to last night, I was not fully decided. I thought my angel had told her where I thought I may go, which was this place, but wasn't too sure. Didn't know the weather conditions. Wasn't too sure of anything else, but we are here. And am I going to show you? Absolutely. Now you see this area has to be well maintained and cut through this bush. I am sure that this has only been done fairly recently since they've had the major slippages. Again, when I say fairly recently, I mean the last 10 years. Have a few broken limbs coming up. I guess that was from a storm. So we're going to do a little bit of stepping over as well as limboing today. Let's clear the top first. Clear the bottom. Back to go. 4x4 select and I'm off. Alright, so we see a lot of the homes here and stuff. I have noticed the road that comes in here, they had gabled and relayed a couple of years ago, but again they've had to put in some more marl, they've had more slippage. This entire course in this section is prone to slippage, so you will understand you won't find many big structures over here for sure. You'd have to really be difficult to find foundation in these hills, so I imagine it won't go too big. But who knows, technology now, anything is possible. I am so happy for the cloud. I know some of you want to see that brilliant sunlight, but if we had that, we won't be able to take in these sceneries because we'd be getting blinded for sure. So this is perfect for us, just stunning. All right, I'm going to keep quiet here and give you a 180. Enjoy. I don't know if any of you can make out just close in there. I would say from the coastline, maybe about 15 yards, 10 to 15 yards off the actual coastline where you see the cliff. you will see some of the remnants of the railroad track. That will give you an indication of how far it is. We will get closer to that, I can show you, but that will tell you that all those little rocks there were a part of land originally with the weaker matter, and that's where the railroad would have come through. So that coastline is gone from the outside of those smaller rocks completely in. Unless someone could tell me that in those days the railroad used to go through water, that is what would obviously have happened before. You know, I'm not a historian, and I don't ever profess to be one. So when I tell you things, it's just basically what I've learned along the way and what I've been privileged to see in my lifetime. I didn't see the railroad tracks, so I can only assume, but I'm pretty sure no one would have built in water in those days. Alright, this section is quite slippery. As you can see, the path narrows considerably. This was a lot wider out here. Last time, remember, it was way out, not this close in for sure. Let's go again. Yeah, the walk in this area is a little bit tricky. So you don't want to be coming out here unless you are definitely sure-footed. Huh? We have some lovely close walks to go. There are a couple of tracks that run off any distance. Again, I'm not too sure of where they go to, nor am I going to experiment and see. We're just going to keep on the main track itself. Maybe one day when I come back out this area with the mountain goat, we will do some more inland stuff. But we'll wait and see how that goes. There's so much to see out here. Every point that I get on, everything looks different. I'm going to elevate you above the sea grape tree so you can enjoy the scenery around here. Just stunning landscape. Really beautiful terrain. Now you can see the cell tower way up there in the distance, slightly on right of the center. So anytime you get below that ridge, that is why we're losing it. Like in Congo Bay, there's one right at the top, not that one, there's one closer, and and that actually loses signal underneath that ridge there. That's why we had to do that section up there 2 times. One coming from Congo Bay to Bath, and then the other one coming down from the point down to Martin's Bay. Maybe one day they'll put another cell tower in this area. I don't know, there's really no necessity for it. All the homes in the ridge will get their cell phones and stuff. So I guess this is not really of an importance, but maybe one day it will become one, so we'll see. Just stunning views. Again, the railroad tracks, you can see the poles sticking up there. They're a straight line just in the dead center of your screen. You will just see them slightly above the water itself. But you can definitely see where it is, and you can see it was running along there. And that looks as though that was definitely an area where they had a lot more soil and stuff and land. But it gets very narrow here, so this is what I was telling you about. Just be wary when you're coming over here, especially when it's wet. I mean, look at this here, it's even out under here. Huh? You can see under here it has gone. You can actually see right under the ridge itself is gone. So you have to be careful now, because in a little while this whole area may actually be gone where I'm walking. But it is such a popular hiking route that someone, I'm sure, will cut inward from here. But just under here is like a shelf now. There's nothing solid under here where I'm walking. So just be wary if you do come out here, especially in the wet. Please be very careful. Doesn't look like a big drop, maybe about 5.5, 6 feet. But you can get hurt for sure if you lose a foot to step off of here. And it does get higher, as you can see. Don't just bring you the beauty of Barbados. I also alert you to anything that I'm concerned about, whether it be safety issue from the terrain, safety issue because of how quiet and secluded the area is, whatever it is, I'm going to let you know. Alright, this is an area that went dark before that I'm going to go in now. So let's hope we can still keep the signal. If not, I will see you on the other side. I will keep talking because, as I said, I don't think the video stops. Facebook does record. But have a look at where we are, people. Anyone that ever thinks that I am not super blessed to have family like you to walk with through this kind of beautiful scenery, got to be joking. They don't know what the EMC stands for. Alright, as I said, people, we may go into a dark out area, blackout area here, so hang in there, don't go anywhere, just relax. I'll be back with you, just hold tight. Lots of slippage in this area. Very, very slippery for sure. Gotta limbo myself through these bushes. Forward, of course. I think up to the age of 50, you can limbo backwards. After 50, you gotta limbo forward. So I've come to decide that I've just passed 50. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how long ago that was, but anyhow, I'm past 50 now, so that is definitely a thing I have to take care of. Alright, here again, just want to show you the railway pieces sticking up so that you would understand where it was. You may not have seen any distance, but you can surely make it out here. And again, the beautiful scenery. Have another point I'm going to take you out on that I walked on this morning. Now, I didn't do any still shots this morning because I was behind on time. The most important thing was to check the flat spots just to make sure that we could get the coverage. So please understand that we may not have any stills. I may do some at the end, but there won't be many of them. Certainly not along the route. I will come back here for sure. You know me, I'm an explorer, so I'll be back here very, very soon. I'll do some pictures again. You know, yesterday was my rest day, but it doesn't mean that on my rest day I can't enjoy the beauty that is around me. Look how beautiful this place is. Woo. Just stunning scenery. Impressive morning, most definitely. All right, we're going to make more forward trekking here. We could go close to the coastline, but I don't really want to climb the cliff at the end, so I'm going to stay on the track. I did check it out earlier on this morning, but as I said, it's a little bit wet and slippery right now, so I'm not looking to go down today. Not in the plan anyhow. If I do, well, you know what I mean, I'm going to spring back up quick, just the way I am. Well, I know the speaker's in stereo, so one half you're listening to whistling frogs, the other half you listen to pounding oceans. I can't think of any better ways to relax. Alright, this is Glenburnie now. If you want to do a public transit station to any of your points, well, as you know, you can go to Martins Bay by public transport. Public transport does come down here and turn as well, but I would think this is not a very well used route, so I think it's probably hourly if anything. So I would recommend that, you know, just check your routing schedules and stuff before you decide to trek out in the bus. But the whole island is covered by bus. I would say anywhere that is a main point. Sun's beginning to peep out now, so let you have a look at that as you walk a little further over. Now we're going to cover another morning. We're going to do the Martins Bay to basically where we started from this morning. That's not a very long one, but it's an area that you need to see. As long as you have your cell signal, you just need to see it for sure. But as I said, the hill blocks it right now from this side. So if I were to go beyond that hill and come back through, I would definitely lose you all. I didn't want to take that chance this morning. Hopefully we made it right through. Alright, now just to give you an indication, this is now, remember this is when I was in my late teens, early 20s. So we're talking about that frame to give you what kind of changes in land was here. This is what was a beach home. This beach home we used to come here and party at least once a year. They had a big party here. This was all on level land. As you can see, the whole thing is slipped down. Everything was on this level, and that is how the building was structured. From this level going out, and it had a gallery in the front. As you will notice, the land slippage has taken the foundation with it and all the walls. Now if you came out here and looked at this, you would think this was a split level home. This was not a split level home. This was one flat level home. This was a beach home that was beautiful. I know there are many of the Barbadians that were in my era that would have come here and partied as well, or at least come here on occasions. So I'm sure of that. So they can stress on what I'm saying as well. Tremendous slippage. Now going back 10 years itself, that coconut tree, where that coconut tree is, that is where I used to drive, just on the inside of that coconut tree and park. So this entire ridge that's here was out to where the coconut tree is, or just almost to the coconut tree. So I used to drive right out there and park. I would say from there out maybe about 15 yards out from where the point is now. So that would give you an indication of how bad the slippage has been in this area. One more time, you're seeing more of the railway tracks. And just to give you a better look at the coastline of where we have covered this morning. Hopefully this microphone is doing its job. I know you will hear some wind, but hopefully you'll still be able to hear me clearly. Just making our way down the embankment to show you. It's been a long one this morning, but it's beautiful to me. I've enjoyed this thoroughly. Alright, so we've walked from, you actually can't see where we walked from because we were around that point there, like to the coconut tree, just slightly to the left of it, that point that goes around there with the rocks. We were inside a cove out there, and that's where we start our walk from. So we have done a lot of the Martins Bay to here, but as I said, I will come back and do it for a short one from where we were to Martins Bay and let you see, similar to what we did up the Conger Bay as well. Railway line again, very, very visible from here, perfect area to see it from. That's where it used to run originally, and right along the coastline here. You'll find remnants of the tracks sticking up in here further on as well. Next hiking portion that we'll be doing will be from here down to Tent Bay. That won't be today obviously, but that is what's on the card. So if you, I will try and announce that like when it's going to happen, so you will know that we're going to be taking that in and you can prepare yourself. And if you have any plans for that said day, maybe you could just move it around a little bit if you would like to join us, of course. Just a beautiful, beautiful morning. Anyway, thanks for joining me again this morning. I've had a wonderful day. This is a perfect start to my week, without a doubt. I like to start in the ocean and take a swim. So this week is something a little bit different. And I really want to get back over here because I need a breeze out after yesterday. I really want to enjoy some of this natural beauty that we have over here on this side of the island. I can't think of a more perfect place than to talk about peace and love. I know Angie put up a little thing of a peace and love beetle wagon for celebration for us passing the 100 people. I think that was perfect and very appropriate because that's what we bring. We bring peace and love. It's something that used to thrive in the 60s that we're sort of like bringing back to the world again now. We're trying to not let development and progress and commercialism and the craziness of that's associated with the life that we're in now spoil the beautiful things about life, the things that God has asked us to enjoy, the things that we're supposed to live. And that is peace, love, fellowship, friendship, kindness, caring, compassion, humanity, humility. You can name them all. We could go on all day talking about it, but everyone knows what I'm talking about. Let us try and live that. And you're gonna sometimes, I will tell you, sometimes I get angry. I'm the most peaceful person in the world, but sometimes I get angry, but it doesn't last more than 2 seconds because I know my serenity prayer. I would jump right into my serenity prayer, and if I had to say that as many times as I need to say that to leave that feeling behind, I will do so. We learn how to cope with different situations, and we learn how to cope with our defects, and we're going to continue to do that every day. We're going to spread peace and we're going to spread love. Now I keep telling everyone, smile and let that be infective or infect people around you. However, as you can appreciate, we all wear masks, but I can look at someone's eyes and tell you if they're smiling. I can see that, and I can feel kindness radiating from people without them actually showing their face. That is something that is within us. We can feel it, we can sense it. So you just radiate the love and peace and happiness, and if you have on a mask, you smile because your eyes, around your eyes, will show you're smiling, and people will feel the happiness that is in your heart. Have a great day, everyone. Love each other and stay cool, and I'll see you all tomorrow. God spare life.